Allah, ala inna nasrallahi qareeb. Do you people think that you're going to enter into the Jannah without being tried with fitnas like the people who went before you? This is the sunnah of Allah. They were tried with some serious trials and tribulations. They were tried with evil, they were tried with good, and they were shaken a serious violent shake to the point that the messenger with them and those who believed with him, they said, when is the help of Allah going to come? Allah said, verily the help of Allah is close. It will soon come. So al-Iman bil-Qadr helps an individual know whatever the fitna is that doesn't allow you to eat, doesn't allow you to sleep, it has affected the quality of your life. Sooner or later, it's going to dissipate if you hold on to the reins of as-sabr. You make isti'ana billah. You make the salat. You have sabr. It's going to come sooner or later. Sooner or later. He told Abdullah ibn Abbas, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, radiyallahu anhu, i'lam anna ma asabaka lam yakun liyukhti'uka wa ma akhta'aka lam yakun liyusibaka. You should know, young man, whatever was destined to hit you, it couldn't have missed you. It's your destiny. Tie up your boots and get on with your life. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop looking for excuses. Whatever it is. He has a child. This is a big fitna. He has a child in our community. We have children. Some people only insist on marrying inside of the family. Cousin married the cousin, 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 married the cousin. You get the point. Married the cousin, married the cousin, married the cousin. And they feel you can't go out of the cousin marrying cousin, marrying cousin, marrying cousin, and on and on. Some of the scientists say that that increases the odds of having children that are deformed. If Allah sha'a, if Allah wrote that, if Allah's knowledge was connected to that, and so forth and so on. It could be true, it may not be true. Someone is afflicted with that issue, having a child who's deformed. He needs 24-hour care. The wife had a baby after that child who's 7, 8, 9, the one who is sick. That child who's sick needs more help than the brand new child. It's a fitna. Fitna. Some people are embarrassed by that child. When they take them to the hospital, they're embarrassed. The way the child looks and the way the child moves. Some people curse the qadr. They curse what Allah decreed upon them. They feel bad about it. La. That thing that happened to you is from the qadr of Allah. You have to have iman in that and be a man about it. That's your destiny. And you can't turn around and say, why? Why did Allah do that to me? I'm a more practicing person than fulan or fulan for my relatives. Look at their children. Look at it. That's not the way of the believing man and the believing woman. ما كان لمؤمن ولا مؤمنة إذا قضى الله أمرا أن يكون لهم الخيرة من أمرهم. It's not befitting for the believing man or the believing woman. If Allah decree a thing, for them to say anything, have any say-so in it, just have to submit. Mustaslim. So the sabr of the issue is imperative. Al-Iman bil-Qadr, it helps the individual deal with that. Because my time is running out, I have to stop now, but I have to make mention of this other issue of how some people make a problem. People of the Sunnah, they make mistakes with Al-Iman bil-Qadr. They're not Jabariya. They're not from the Qadariya. They're from Ahl Sunnah. But they have some problems with the way they understand. He gets in the car and he goes beyond the speed limit in that street where Jaffa Restaurant is. Jaffa Restaurant didn't tell me to say this. It's not advertising. It's the only place I know in Manchester. What's the name of that street, Jaffa Restaurant? Yeah, it's a busy road. He's driving up that road very hard, very fast. And people say, hey, don't drive that like that. He says, Qadr, whatever's written is going to happen. La, that's not al-Iman bil-Qadr. The Prophet told Abdullah ibn Abbas, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, ihris ala ma yanfa'uka. ولا تعجز وإن أصابك شيء فلا تقول لو أني فعلت كان كذا وكذا لأن لو تفتح عمل الشيطان ولكن قل قدر الله وما شاء فعل. He said, hey boy, do whatever you can do to take precautions. You want to open up a business, you want to invest, you want to learn how to drive, you want to drive the car, you get in the car to drive, put your seatbelt on. Take precautions. Study the situation. Don't throw caution in the wind and just jump in. He said, do everything that you can do to become successful. But after doing all of that, if something hits you that you don't like, don't say, if I would have done this, then that would have happened, or that wouldn't. Don't say that, because this if opens up the door of shaitan. This is the anxiety that you get. Only if I would have, if I didn't, that's anxiety. He said, but instead, if something hits you, say, قَدَّرَ اللَّهُ وَمَا شَاءَ فَعَلَ. It's what Allah decreed. That's from the kalimat that the Muslim has to have on his lisan. He loses a child, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Everything is by Allah Azza wa Jal. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. In our salat, the Prophet used to say in different places in the salat, Allahumma la mu'ti illa ma Allahumma la mu'ti lima atayt wa la mu'ti. Allahumma la mani' lima atayt wa la mu'ti lima mana'at. Oh Allah, in the salat, the closest the slave is to Allah is when he's in the salat sajda. Oh Allah, there is no giver to what you prevented. There was no one to prevent what you gave. It's from his dua. In different places in the salah. Different places in the salah. That's the lisan of the Muslim. So you have to take precautions, and then if something happens after that. Umar radiallahu anhu, that tremendous scholar in Islam, when he was the Khalifa, there was a drought. And the famous incident that is authentic was a drought. The man was compelled to steal. The Amir al-Mu'mineen asked him when he was brought, why did you steal? The man said, it's a drought, ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. No food, no money. I was compelled, my family. They're starving. Allah, Umar, knowing the rahmah and the flexibility of al-Islam, the samah of al-Islam, not this rough, tough thing people are upon. Blood, kill him. Blood, kuffar. He knew the rahmah of al-Islam. There's a place for blood and killing and all of that stuff. But the asl in al-Islam is ar-rahmah, ease, taking it easy. Umar said to the man, you can go. Don't do anything. Can't establish the had, his circumstances. Time went by. Another man he stole. They brought him to the Amir al-Mu'mineen al-Faruq. Al-Faruq radiallahu anhu asked him, why did you steal? The man became philosophical. He said, I stole because of the qadr. The qadr made me steal. Umar said, okay, we're going to cut your hand off because of the qadr as well. We're going to cut your hand off. That's from the fiqh, the diqq of the fiqh of Umar radiallahu anhu. Sahih al-Bukhari. Umar traveled to Bayt al-Maqdis, our Bayt al-Maqdis, Palestine, Jerusalem. Third greatest place in al-Islam that we ask Allah Ta'ala to free from, first and foremost, the dirt of kufr and shirk. And we ask Allah Ta'ala to free it and clean it up from innovation. And then we ask Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to clean it up from the dhulm that's being done on his ibad. Umar went to accept the keys from the people in Bayt al-Maqdis. Him, by himself, with his man, at one point, and then they met up with the Muslims. As they were going, there's another incident. Umar was riding with the Muslims, with his army. They heard that there was a plague in this place. Umar asked the people, do any of you people have anything, what we should do? Anybody has anything to say? He took the nasiha from the people. Someone asked me a question after my class, and it came up to me again, that when I said that the Prophet said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, during the times of fitna, leave the people alone and deal with your own self in your own house. You don't understand from that I'm telling the people, no brotherhood in Islam. How can we say that? The Prophet is the one who told us, leave the people alone during the time of fitna and turn to your own self. That doesn't mean you don't go to the aqiqah, you don't go to the walima, you don't give nasiha, you don't bury the person. It means if I had a problem with another Muslim, fitna, personal, other than that, then the sheikh, don't get involved. Don't get on my side against him. Don't get on his side against me. It's fitna. Deal with your own issues. Don't get involved. Brotherhood is still there. Umar asks for nasiha. During the time of fitna or not, we have to ask for nasiha. This is his characteristic. Someone said, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, I heard the Prophet say, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, about the ta'un, the plague. If you are going in the town, it has a plague and you're not in it, then don't go in.